Good morning. Welcome to the class of Civics of Standard 9. Today we will be discussing about our constitution, that is the part 2 of this very first chapter. Today we will be discussing about the preamble, the left topic that was left in the first video. We will be discussing about the terms secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. These are the words given in the preamble of the Constitution of India. We will be discussing one by one every concept that is written on this very board, right? So let's start with the term secular that is given in our preamble of our constitution. What does the word secular mean? The word secular means that the state has no religion of its own, means every religion are equal in the eyes of the government of that very country, that is that very state. By state we mean country, because in political science the country has been termed as state also. So by secular we mean that the state has no religion of its own, that very state is called a secular state. Just for example, India is a secular state. There are some countries that are religious also, just like Pakistan is an Islamist state, whereas India is a secular state. So the Constitution of India in its preamble declares India to be a secular state. Next point is democratic. What does the word democratic mean? As far as the word democratic means, it is derived from the word democracy. Democracy means where the government is elected by the process of election on the basis of universal adult franchise. What does the word universal adult franchise means? Universal adult franchise is also known as universal adult suffrage. The universal adult franchise means that any citizen of the country who has attained the age of 18 or above has the right to vote in election. This is called universal adult franchise, or often called as universal adult suffrage. So by democratic word we mean a form of government in which the government is chosen by the process of election on the basis of universal adult suffrage, right? So this is the meaning of the word democratic. Third topic is republic. What does the word republic mean? The word republic means that the head of the state is an elected person. Republic is a state in which the head of the state is an elected person for a certain period of time. Means for example, in India it is for 5 years. In other countries the time span may be different, but the basic condition is that the head of the state is a elected person. He is not a hereditary person as for example in monarchy. But in the republic state, the head of the state, just for example in India, who is the head of the state? The head of the state is the president. So the head of the state, by state, the word state we mean country. In political science the state signifies the country. This I have discussed in previous class, in class 8th also and class 9th also. ठीक है? तो by republic we mean that the head of the state is a elected person for a given span of time, right? What does the word justice mean? The justice means that it is a very important term of political science. It is a very important concept of political science. By justice we mean to clear our dues. Justice means to clear our dues, to favor our friends and to damage our enemies. This is the broad definition of justice. Just for example, it is given in our constitution the word justice. Here justice should be defined in 3 broad parameters, that is social justice, economic justice and political justice. Justice should be given on 3 parameters, that is social justice, political justice and economic justice. These 3 factors of justice should be kept in mind. So we have discussed democratic, republic and justice. These are the different concepts that are given in the preamble of our constitution. Next is liberty. What does the word liberty mean? Liberty means the freedom of thought, expression, faith and belief. That should be rational and should be in accordance with the law. The freedom of thought, expression, belief and faith is called liberty. Liberty is the important concept of the preamble of India, right? Next is equality. What does the word equality signifies? The word equality signifies that every person is equal in the eyes of the law, whether he has the equal opportunity for employment, for getting education, for having the best opportunity he can have in getting good decent job in government sector as well as in private sector. The equality for everyone, whether he is a male or female or even others. So equality is granted to every citizen of India. This is called economic equality. Political equality, as far as political equality is concerned, every citizen has one person, one vote. Whether he is rich or poor, the value of the vote is same. As far as social equality is concerned, the social recognition should be equal of every individual of the nation. But these are social equality is yet to be achieved. Next is fraternity. By the word fraternity we mean brotherhood. As India is a diverse country, so there are different castes, religions and different regions, so the people need to live like brothers and sisters. This phenomenon is described by the word fraternity. By word fraternity we mean brotherhood. So these are the certain terms, certain concepts that are given in the preamble of our constitution, that as a student of political science and as a citizen of India one should understand. I think you are clear with all this terminology. So one important term that you should know is sovereign. I am discussing it once again because sovereign is a term that is even misunderstood or even not understood by most of the student. So it should be repeated for the sake of student, because it is very important as far as understanding the polity of a country is concerned. What is sovereignty? I have discussed in the last video and I am discussing it once again. You should see the last video. Sovereignty is the word which means the expression of free will, the free from influence of outside influence and the inside influence also. This is called sovereignty. Before 15th August 1947, India was not a sovereign state. It was a colony of Britain. But after 15th August 1947, India became a sovereign state. It is one of the features of a state, right? By state we mean a country, correct? So these are the features of the preamble. By this we have completed the first chapter. In the next video we will be discussing about the silent features of our constitution. So in that video you should prepare yourself for single citizenship, one person one vote, welfare state and fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principle of state policy. I will discuss all these points in the next video. If you have certain study material related to these topics, get yourself acquainted with all this topic. I will be discussing in the next video. Till then, bye.